Okay, guys, we're looking at amplitude shifts with the trig graphs. Now, let's have a look at this. The graph of sine x, this is so important here. If we go and just recap this here. If you take the graph of y equals sine x, what does that look like? Okay, let's get some color here. The graph of sine does this. Okay, that's the red graph. That's the basic graph sine. And that's this one. But if you now look at this negative sine, what actually happens here is that it reflects down. So this red piece reflects below, okay, and this goes up. And you can easily use a calculator to verify that. But remember, if you've got basically sine x, then it's 2, 3 sine. But if you go negative, it drops to the bottom like that. Okay, so that's very important revision. Let's move on to the next one. What about minus 2 sine x? Well, let's see what we get. Minus 2 sine x. Okay. Now look at this, y is equal to minus 2 sine of x. Well, okay, what's important? Let's draw our basic graph quickly. And I'm going to do the basic graph in a different color here. Let's have a look. Let's choose, say, let's go to the red color there. Now your sine graph, we know is that. This is what we learn. You learn this off by heart. That's the sine curve. But what are we doing now? We're going to stretch it up to 2, okay, but it's going to go, instead of going up, it stretches down, but what's it going to do? It's going to stretch down to how many? To negative 2. Okay, so it starts and it goes all the way down to negative 2 up, and off we go, like that. And notice again, the amplitude, now this is important, the amplitude is 2. I always take the positive version of that guy. Okay, the amplitude's 2. And this little one here is y equals your basic sine x graph, amplitude of 1. And then if it's negative 2, you almost go down there to minus 2. And this gives you minus 2 sine x. So just be careful with that. Very important. Okay, let's look at another one quickly. Okay, what about the cos of 3x? Or 3 cos, or not cos of 3x, sorry, 3 cos x. That's something very different. So let's pursue this and see what we get. The cos of, or 3 cos x. Have a look here. Okay, so there's my graph, y is 3 cosine x. Now, if x is 0, okay, what do you think it'll be? Okay, what's the basic cos curve? Let's draw him in quickly. The basic cos curve, I always do this. It goes like that. That's your basic cos. We learn that off by heart. We memorize our little basic graph. So this one is cos x. Y is equal to cos x. But what about 3? Well, I go up 3. So what's going to happen? This is going to shoot up to 3. So look what happens now. This goes up to there, down. Then it hits down to negative 3. Up we go. And there we go. And this black graph is 3 cos x. The amplitude is 3. That's the half the distance between 3 and minus 3. That's 6, half it. But you see, it's the positive version. You almost go up. You know, okay, so it's if x is 0, then cos of 0 is 1 times 2 is 3. So it looks like that. So what would 2 cos look like? It would start there at 2 and go down. Okay, so this is a lot of fun, these graphs. You can really score good marks. What about 2 tan x? This can be a little bit awkward. Okay, let's have a look at that, 2 tan x. Okay, now if you take the basic tan graph, let's have a look. How does your basic tan graph go? Let's color code it. Remember the matrix, that was the important thing. There's your asymptotes. Then I've put them in red. And remember, this is a critical point, and it goes like that. And then it comes down here, like that. And so you can go on, and then it's 180, it's 0, and then it goes down again. There, this is your basic tan graph. Okay, but now we're looking at the graph of 2 tan. Okay, so what's going to happen here? If you take 2 tan x, very simply, all that you do is this point goes from there, it shoots up to there. Okay, because think of it logically. Tan of 45 is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. So that goes up, and this stretches down. So what happens, and this point stretches down. You can check it in the calculator. So it does this, comes down, and this comes down. So there's a bit of a stretch there. Very important points. Notice in line with 2 there. By the way, this graph doesn't have an amplitude because it's going to infinity and minus infinity. So be careful with that one. Okay. All right, negative tan, how does that look? Okay, very simply put, Very easy to do. All you're doing is this. You go, in other words, instead of coming at 45, you instead of going like that, it starts there, it goes down to -1. There's your asymptote. And if you remember this matrix, this comes down this way there. Very important point. And that goes up there, so it goes up. And so you continue with the whole thing. Okay. Very nice. All right, now let's look at vertical shifts. This is a lacquer one. Remember, we've done amplitude shifts. We're going to get into vertical shifts now. Okay, now hold on to this. This is really, really cool. Have a look at this one. Sine x plus 1, or you might have sine x plus 2, not 2 sine x. Now, how does this one work? Very, very simple. It's just a simple little thing. If you take your basic curve here, how do we sketch it? If you put the sine curve, okay, it goes like this. There's your sine curve. Now if that is sine x, I want you to think about what is sine x plus 1. Try it. When we come back from the ad breaks, we're going to be looking at sine x plus 1. Stay with us on Matrix Uploaded.